Okay, testing, 1 2, testing. I think it's working. Well, I can't really hear myself, so I'm just gonna keep going. Let me know if the sound's really off or anything. Uh, hello, welcome to a very special episode of Level with Me, where I play through games and talk about what I think the level design is doing. And today I am streaming from home, actually, so that's why I don't really have my webcam or anything, unfortunately. And I don't have my beloved green screen, unfortunately, either. So you're just gonna have to watch some pure gameplay. You won't be able to see my beautiful face this time, but it's okay. I'm sure you'll manage. Uh, but yeah, I'm streaming from home, and I'll probably be streaming from home for the next few weeks, away from my office studio, because my employer, New York University, says we should all start teaching remotely. So I won't be going into the office. I'll be staying at home, sheltering in place here in New York City. So hope you're all sheltering in place as well. And let's comfort ourselves by playing some violent apocalyptic video games. How about that? So last time we were on Office Complex. So let's go. I guess I'll just start from here. The menu's kind of glitching out. So I'm playing the new version. It just got released last week. Version 1.0 of Black Mesa. It's finally finished. So that's why there's a snazzy new menu and everything. And looks like everything seems to be working. In the chat, Tin Kelp asks, will the Thursday show be done remotely too? So you might be familiar that I also host a Thursday show for NYU Game Center. That it will just be canceled for the next few weeks because we unfortunately won't be in the studio, in the office. So sorry about that. You'll just have to settle for me being on here once a week. Wild Peaks also notes that I'm a streaming expert. This must have been a shock for some of the other teachers. Yes, I'm sure. Oh my god, that's not a good light. The transition to streaming will be very interesting to watch because basically every teacher in North America and Europe, I guess, will have to become a streamer. So I am indeed curious about what that holds for the entire world. Okay, probably nothing good. Okay, let's play some Office Complex. So Office Complex is the 4th chapter in Half-Life 1 / Black Mesa. And let's see, what are we dealing with here? So first of all, I think the original had a lot more brick going on, but here you can see they are texturing these. There's like a little bit these like pillars here. There's probably a fancy architecture word for this, and then these like plaster drywall kind of things right here. Um, I like that it continues the stripe all the way around. It's very smart, but it also I think doesn't quite work for me personally, just because I think these walls end up looking a little bit too modern. I don't know. I think it doesn't quite go with the um, theming here. And the theming here is that this is supposed to be an old, decrepit office complex full of asbestos and bad construction practices. This is the older office complex in Black Mesa that's supposed to be dating back to like the 1950s or 1960s or something. The texture set in the original editor is literally called 50s, so I believe that's the intention here. It's supposed to look retro, old, like this neglected office thing. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh yeah, there was like a barnacle that ate someone. Was I supposed to watch a barnacle eat someone? I think that's what I was supposed to watch. Sorry. Well, you know, when you play it yourself, you can get a sense of that. Okay, so let's try to talk about what the level design is doing here. So, first of all, bright red lights, this sign, but this sign doesn't really mean anything, so you ignore it. There's a bunch of electricity here, so I think the inclination of most players will be to like not go that way a little bit. So then you might go over here and try to open this door, but you actually cannot go through this door, as you can see. So now the player has two options, but they're both kind of false options, right? You can't really go into either of these. So then you have to ask yourself, oh, where should I go next? So then this is where players hopefully see this weird. It's odd that it's weirdly smoky, but I guess the smoke might draw your attention to it. This random plaster hole in the wall. In the chat, Dominic Terracin notes that plaster over brick is a cheap office stand by many places. It is conceivable that they renovated this in the 70s and added this office plaster drywall stuff over it. And you know, yeah, that's certainly true. I'll buy that. Let's see, what else is here? Ooh, should we crack open these crates for supplies? Looks like there's no supplies. Ooh, I like that it's like office supplies though. Like the gibs on this are very interesting. It's like very specific. I also like that there's like a little bit of thought given to like what these like office utility shelves are too. This is nice. Let's see. So I think one other nice thing about using these red emergency lights awkwardly. Oh wait, no, that's still flashing. That's kind of flashing. I buy that. I think what the other function of these red flashing lights is to kind of try to get you to look downwards a little bit. Maybe that's what their function is? I don't know. And then maybe when you're looking downwards, you'll notice this giant, huge gaping hole in the wall. So let's jump through, see what this holds for us. I think in the original, though, this is also like a mini tutorial area where you see a head crab walk across, and the electricity thing is actually further down the corridor, so that you get a little bit of time to see a head crab walk across and get electrocuted by this, as a signal that if you walk into there, you will die. You should not walk through an electric puddle. And I like that there's a little bit of environmental storytelling. I think previously there's no puddle. It's just this very dangerously live wire here. But now there's a little bit of storytelling where there's water cooler has fallen over, spilled water everywhere. The water will never evaporate, of course, and instead it's now electrified. Okay, so let me just try to jump through here. Some people in the chat are asking, is this a class as well? I do teach a level design class on my university, but this is not part of that class. This is more of my personal stream dedicated to level design. But, you know, stay a while anyway. So now we see the way around. The way around this door was a vent. And this is probably the first of many vents that you see in Half-Life 1 as well as Black Mesa, where you have to always crawl through vents to circumvent locked doors like this. So instead of, you know, finding a key like in Quake or finding a key card like in Doom to unlock the door, because there's no inventory per se in Half-Life, instead the vent is your inventory, the vent is your key. I do like how there's a vending machine right here. So, like, there's like a little platform for you to rest on a little bit when you come out from the vent. That's kind of a nice touch. What else is going on here? I like that we reuse some of these lunch tables from the, I think, Black Mesa Inbound. These were originally modeled for Black Mesa Inbound, or maybe they were modeled for this, for the cafeteria area. I don't know. Let's see. In the chat, Quasi-Otter asks, is Black Mesa Source only available via Steam? I don't like to give money to Steam, but if it supports other developers, it's okay. This does not support me. I'm not part of... Oh my god. I'm not part of Crowbar Collective, so I see zero money from this. But you should support the fine folks who labored really hard on this anyway.
Right?
Let's see. And some people in the chat are noting that... oh, I did do the first section, but I left in 2006. That's way before... or not 2006. I think I left more in 2009. Anyway, some people in the chat are noting that as part of the Source Engine license for this game, they have to give a hefty amount of their money to Valve, actually. So, you know, any way you cut it, there's no way around it. You're giving money to Valve by purchasing this. But also, as part of the Source Engine licensing, I believe you are confined.
Does anyone have a cell phone
Steam.
I could borrow?
Although Titanfall might be an exception. Maybe they negotiated a different license with Titanfall and EA. Who knows? Let's see. Where are we going? Okay. Oh, there's a lot of stuff going on here. So, let's see. There's a barnacle here, barnacle here. We're already familiar with barnacles from the previous chapter. What happens with the barnacles? If you walk into them, you get pulled upwards. Or maybe you don't get pulled upwards. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit strange. And then they start eating you, so then you have to kind of claw your way to safety. Oh, I'm told I should pick up this plant. Oh, wow. Oh my god, look at the physics on this plant. Look at that wobble. Wow. Look at this plant. This plant is my friend. This plant is my son. Oh my god! You jerk, do not drop my son. Drop my family. Monster. Are you okay? Are you okay, plant son? Oh, I can't stand the plant upright again. Oh well, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to live this way now. Beautiful green child. Okay, let's keep going.
Is anyone else getting hungry?
So this looks like some kind of break room. I like how the TV has kind of retro CRT. Gonna take this too from me. Oh, and then there's a scientist here.
You're heading out there? By yourself? May God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, this scientist won't
I'm staying
follow
here.
me.
I don't want to chance missing the evacuation team.
Interesting. So one interesting thing about
Don't forget to reload.
Oh, thank you. One interesting thing about the level design in Half-Life is that, you know, you can just murder innocent people all the time for whatever reason. And a lot of the time it's okay, because maybe you can find a different way around it, or maybe, you know, there's like, or maybe it was like an optional thing. But sometimes when you kill the innocent person, you know, it gets... You know, you do instantly fail the game. But you have no real way of knowing. I think that's what's kind of interesting sometimes. Let's keep going. This trash can is a recreation of the Half-Life 1 prop that is shaped like this. The original Half-Life 1 trash can is a little bit more stout than this, but here the proportions are a little bit more realistic. Let's go over here and turn off the electricity. Oh, look at these spare trash cans here. Very nice. Here I would say... Oh, and then that turns off all the lights in here. Ah, okay. I did feel like the lighting was a little bit too bright and glary. So it's kind of interesting. Turned off all these lovely wall sconces. Let's see. These chairs are also very faithful. This is basically how they look in the original Half-Life 1. Again, trying to channel some kind of old 50s furniture vibe. But here, when you turn off the lights, you know, just the brightness on this is just like the normal map here is just really too, like, I don't know, way too sharp. I think the normal map here should ideally be more subtle. I mean, technically, it's being lit at a grazing angle, so technically the normal map should be harsh. Like, every normal map will look pretty bad if you light it at a grazing angle like this. But still, I don't know. There's just something about it where... But then the plaster doesn't have any normal maps? I think maybe that's the issue. Because the plaster doesn't have any normal maps, this brick stuff, this brick pillar pilaster thing, ends up, like, popping out way too much. I would think I would also critique the linoleum texture here. It's an okay texture, but it's not really shiny. It doesn't really read like linoleum. Maybe it would be like, or like 50s checkerboard linoleum, you know, like in a diner. Here I think that would be a good intent. Oh, and here I think you should be able to pick up these tiles, but whatever. I guess I'll crawl back into this vent and go the other way then. I believe there's supposed to be head crabs in the ventilation duct waiting for me, but I guess there's none. Oh, right there. There's our head crab. Oh, and then this poor guy...
Minor lacerations detected.
Poor guy got crushed. Oh well, too bad. One thing that's actually missing with a lot of video games and dead bodies, I'm playing Disco Elysium right now, and there's one early quest in Disco Elysium that hovers around how dead bodies smell really, really bad. Like, it's really hard to just stand next to a dead body, right? And I think this is the part of the, like, human existence or phenomenology that video games normally miss out on a lot, right? Ironically, Half-Life marketing materials did make a big deal out of smell being simulated. Supposedly, some of the monsters in Half-Life can smell you and track you that way. But in practice, a smell is actually just a sound in the game engine. It's not actually a robust simulation of anything. That was just a fake marketing bullet point lie that they came up with. Where am I supposed to go now? Ooh, uh-oh, I'm sneezing. Am I supposed to turn on this fan or something? Am I supposed to go in here? Yeah, I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. Oh wait, I turned off the power, so actually I didn't even need to go through any of this, huh? I mean, that was a lovely maintenance tunnel. I don't regret walking through that maintenance tunnel. This also kind of reminds me of, I've been playing Theme Hospital. Oh wait, no, not Theme Hospital. 2 Point Hospital. You know, this decor kind of reminds me of a hospital. Oh, here's another plant sun. Aw, let's put them all together. Isn't that nice? Okay. Let's move on then. So I think a lot of players will try this door, but again, this game is trying to teach you that, you know, if you don't see a doorknob here, you cannot open the door. So let's just go ahead and use Plant Sun. Come on, Plant Sun. Now use this table. Come on, table. Okay, I guess we can't throw... I wanted to be dramatic, sorry. Let's see... Now we're in a little bit more of an office complex here. Let's see, what is going on here? Okay, so here's my family, and I put them in the water so that they can feed for a little bit. Let's talk about this scene a little bit. So this is like a main hub a little bit. Office complex has some really pleasant non-linearity. Wait, why aren't I hearing the voiceover? I see there's subtitle stuff. I guess I'm too far from the radio, wherever that radio is coming from, but not too far to pick up the captions. Okay, that's a little confusing. Let's see. So yeah, so this area has been curved a lot more than the original. I think, though, the curves here are a little bit too much, though. I'm actually not really feeling them. I feel like this is like Guggenheim kind of level curves. This is Frank Lloyd Wright curves. It's a little bit too much for my taste, and a little bit, I don't think it quite fits like the 50s infrastructure period that they're going for here. This is like too fancy of an office, I think. And then this is where I think the plaster also makes it feel too futuristic, and it's too clean. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Let's walk through here. Oh no, the blinds are covering me. Okay, Black Mesa dev cowards, come on, put some ragdoll on these blinds. What is this? Come on. Can I even go through here? I guess I have to go through there. Can I go through here? I can also just jump through here, but I think that's actually the main critical path. So, in favor of showing you a little bit more of the area, I think a lot of players will jump over here. Go over here. Oh my god, it's a zombie. Oh, can I open this door? I think this door actually does... Let me turn on my developer mode on again. Oops. Speed sheets 1, developer 1. We turn on the no clip. This door actually does connect. Right? Or is the door actually slightly off center? I don't know. Well, it'd been cool to make this door accessible. I mean, to help the player, you know, understand the full layout would be nice. Just a thought. No. Oh, I thought that said no parking, but that says no smoking. Okay, yeah, sure. Don't smoke in this utility closet. Let's see, what else are we doing? There's like... This is a weird use of props. There's like a giant power thing going into this cinder block thing that's supposed to be plastic. This is way too thin to be cinder blocks, by the way. This is a little bit strange. The thickness on this needs to be increased. And I think ultimately that's why this curviness also feels a little bit strange to me too. But also, yeah, the prop placement on this cord, on this big wire, feels a little bit strange too. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't, not quite clear what's going on with this utility cable. But the office theming feels pretty good. I like that there's a copier right here. That's exactly where I would expect a copier at this desk to be, right? Keep going. Oh right, these blinds are industrial strength. Oh, hello. Hello, little boy. Oh, they're so cute though. Why did I have to kill it? I'm sorry. Uh-oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. Oops. Ah. So you might notice me doing that do-si-do back and forth. That's how most players would get rid of the zombies. Maybe not now, but I think a lot of players would know that you can do that dance back and forth in and out of melee range with the zombies. Maybe I'll just drink some soda. Ooh, I like the little impromptu, like, little break nook here on this random research poster. But this doesn't make sense. No one would pin a research poster on a curved wall like this, because that wouldn't work. Okay, I have a little bit of mixed feelings about how this encounter played out. So, I believe in the original, this is actually a big hallway full of boxes. And then when you have a big hallway full of boxes... Oh, I can set off the sprinklers? Maybe not anymore. Sorry, I missed the opportunity. But in the original, there's a bunch of boxes, then you see all these zombies claw through the boxes, if I recall correctly, and then that's a nice bit of, like, environmental destruction sequence you get to watch zombies do. But then here, there was just, like, one box. There's a little bit of, like, I don't know, anticlimactic kind of thing. You keep jumping into all these little alcoves. We could have dodged some zombies just now by jumping through here, because zombies couldn't have followed us over the counter. Oh, and one nice thing that someone in the chat mentioned, Black Mesa Source has built-in auto crouch jumping. So if you played the original Half-Life 1 and you hated having to master crouch jumping, you know, now it'll just automatically do that for you. So that's a nice quality of life thing that is now in Black Mesa. Yeah, I mean, seriously, right? I do think you needed more crates here. More crates would have been nice. You know, sometimes crates have a place in time. This is one of those times. I think I'll also speak a little bit about the floor plan here. The floor plan here, there's a big U-shaped turn, right? There's a big hairpin turn. In the original, this is here because there's a level transition. And you want this level transition here to break line of sight. But I don't think there's a level transition here anymore, right? This is all one big giant map file, right? So one question you might want to ask yourself is, should there still be this U-shaped bend here if there is no level transition needed? Because now we're working with modern technology. We don't need to work with Quake era, 1996 era technical limits, right? So should we still do this U-shaped bend? Feel free to argue it out in the chat. Personally, what I would have done maybe is I would have kept the spirit of the U-shaped bend as like a weird winky thing here, but what I would have maybe knocked this wall down right here to make more of an open atrium and then have a pillar right here. And then when you spawn a bunch of zombies that break through a bunch of crates, you can have a bunch of crates here at first, and then the player at first doesn't jump over here. Or you can put a table here maybe. So then when the player encounters a bunch of zombies and they have to backtrack, they could have like broken through some crates or jumped over a counter space here, and it will feel like a more dynamic kind of encounter, I think, while still maintaining the spirit of the original flow, while also opening it up to more of like a Quake fun like combat encounter thing, because now this is like the 10th zombie encounter we've faced in this game so far. You know, you gotta break it up. You can't just keep putting zombies in a hallway, you know? Anyway, that's just my opinion as to how I would remaster this remaster. let's go into here. Okay, so this room in the
Hey,
original
Hey, over here.
is strange because it's just way too overbuilt. Like, it just feels really strange.
Hey, buddy.
And it still feels kind of
Yeah,
strange
you.
here.
Come here.
I
One of
think
these
it's
little
left over
buggers
from like
latched onto my
a
buddy's head.
tech demo
We gotta
kind of
get that thing off before. Hey, good news. Help just arrived.
Oh no, should we help him?
Hey, what the hell? Get off of me. Thanks. I owe you one. Here, let me get this open.
So this is like a mini secret side quest
I got some supplies
in
in
the
the back.
original too.
If you want,
Oh,
go
his
take a look,
face
see
is really
what you can
clammy.
carry.
Oh, I think it's this light. Strange. Yeah, this is one of the cool encounters that they carry over from Half-Life 1. What? Why did he gasp in pain?
is there a doctor in the house?
Oh. So that you have to help him, and then if you help him, he'll unlock it. But if you let him die and just watch him die, then he doesn't unlock the gate. And then you don't get to collect all the fun goodies over here. Oh no, it's a head crab. Ooh, look, all these supplies. Look at these chips. Vanquish soda. Someone in the chat said these are very British looking crisp bags. And I think that's a remnant from some of the environment artists on Black Mesa being British. Even though this is supposed to take place in America. And no self-respecting American would eat British crisps, really. We eat American crisps in America. Oh, and we also get the shotgun. If you don't rescue this guy over here, you get the shotgun much later, I think. The shotgun, as you can imagine, is very effective against close-range monsters and head crabs and the like. Let's see, what else is going on here? Yeah, this room just feels really strange. The normal map on this? Oh. Oh wait, can I dodge them? Oh, it's cool that he was helping me out, but it was weird that he was helping me out from this far away. The AI scripting
Sir,
probably should have moved him to stand over here, so that would probably felt more natural? I don't know. I mean, good job on this Vortigaunt, you know, dodging me, but... What was I saying? Okay, before I was rudely interrupted, I was critiquing the normal map on this,
You
where...
ever seen anything like this?
Oh my god. Shut up. Anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so the normal map on this is just really strange because you have this dark spot like right in the middle of this concrete slab. So the repetition on it is just like super obvious and kind of like distracting, I think. I probably would have cleaned that up. Or maybe that's in the albedo, actually. I'd probably clean that up from the albedo. I think in general, the normal map on this is just way too strong for what is supposed to be a pretty flat, smooth, concrete slab right here. I think there's also a fun little encounter you can do when you walk down here. Is there like a fun little fight? Do monsters spawn? Oh wait, no, there's like a new puzzle they made. You have to push this little crate around.
Power 15%.
And then do they spawn monsters on you? Oh, I guess not. I think in the original, the Vortigaunts did not spawn unless you actually climb down this ladder to walk over here to collect the supplies. I do like some of the set dressing they've done here. And I like some of the storytelling, like this is like a storage space for their leftover office furniture. But I think my critique is that this feels like oddly copied and pasted a little bit. I don't know, but then again the original also felt strange too. And I've already critiqued last week, I'm not a fan of the repetition of how many of these small little industrial bell lights there are everywhere. It's just, it makes the ceiling too noisy, I think. Let's see, Hero Brian says there were no Vortigons in the original down here. Or is it a bull squid or hound eyes? There's some kind of fight that happens if you go down here, even though you don't have a reason to. Anyway, let's just backtrack to where we were. So that was just like a little side jaunt to collect a shotgun. Oh, someone in the chat mentioned that maybe the U-turn here is to force you to notice this radio. Okay, sure, maybe, but you can also put the radio somewhere else, right? There's no reason why you had to put the radio here. Also, wasn't the radio like a military-style radio, too? We can't go through here, so of course we have to sidetrack. So now we'll follow the critical path. Go through this electrified little office area. Oh, there's a little head crab. I think what a lot of players will do is they'll see that head crab a little bit, because that head crab's patrolling, and they'll kill that head crab a little bit early out of an abundance of caution. And now we have to just hopefully not die. Should there be like an electrical switch here somewhere? I guess not. Should hopefully not touch that wire. Is that like an Ethernet port? Wow, Ethernet ports do not mess around. Look at that. Arc and beam. Oh, and the water's has a nice reflection to it. Nice job on the water shader. Okay, then I'm gonna jump on this shelf, which will totally support my weight, right? And then there's a little... Look at all these little head crabs. Okay, so here's a controversial thing. Should head crabs have little assholes? I'm on the pro asshole side. I think head crabs should have really detailed sphincters in the back. I think if you don't have a really detailed head crab asshole on the back, you know, that's cowardice, in my opinion. Doing a little bit more vent crawling. This is teasing us. We can't get that battery because it's behind this unbreakable vent. Oh, and then it forces us out here, and now we can open it up door again. And now we're unlocking parts of the level, which is always kind of a fun tradition. And now we can bring our plant family with us. No one left behind. Oh, it's weird. I'm like colliding with the plant in an odd way though. Oh, too bad I already killed this hound eye. That's a shame. Oh. Head crabs. Now we can also break into here. Are there any supplies in here? No. Oh, some ammo. Okay. One addition I do like is that all these side offices are fun to like break open and into. You know, it helps aid that exploration kind of feel to it. I'm gonna turn off developer mode. Sorry if that developer spam was annoying you. And then do we go through here? No. Do we go through here? Well, it's locked for some reason. So now we have to do that time-honored tradition where we jump through the ventilation shaft and circumvent this locked door. Let's see, what should we do here? I think we have to climb up there. Oh, and this is actually a ladder, I think. In the original, this was a weird convoluted puzzle where you have to, I think, get a crate or a box or something and then push the crate over here, and then finally you have enough height to reach the ladder. But, oh, the bathrooms are locked? Cowards. Come on. It's a little bit weird to have this, I'll go pick up this goodie here. Putting that bench here is a strange choice, I think. Because you're basically setting up this head crab to fail. Why would you set up this head crab to fail? Oh, am I missing something? Oh, I missed that guy getting killed. In the chat, Hero Brian says if I'd brought the guard, the shotgun guard, with me instead of killing him out of cold blood, then he would be commenting on a lot of this stuff we're looking at. Yeah. Oh well, too bad. I like the tutorialization here, so now we're introduced to this new kind of encounter where there's a automated turret on the ceiling, and there's a bunch of head crabs here. So when the head crabs walk over, they get killed by that turret, and then we see what was happening. So that's some nice tutorialization. The secret of this, though, is that you can just walk and forget about this entirely. But I believe there's some secret goodies here. If you want to be a completionist, what you would do is you would duck behind here, use this as cover. And this encounter is basically recreated intact from the original, which is nice. Where it basically plays out the same. You have a sliding crate, and you have to use that crate for cover. And then you can turn off the turret underneath. Like that. What's this button do? Oh, that changes the elevator. Okay. Can I break through here? No. Maybe there was a G-Man up here, but now we can't see him. Okay, now we can come back here. And I believe unlock the door from before. Yeah, now we complete that loop and we see what we did. Oops, accidentally climbed this ladder. Yeah, and then I think as an apology, there's a health charger here. I feel like this is the level designer apologizing. I feel like this sign, instead of saying caution, it should just say like sorry. And then it should have health here. Anyway, let's keep going. Ooh, I do like that they kept this. I think in the original, the shape of this, there is kind of this like concrete brick overhang thing. Here the roundness makes sense, because the roundness justifies this stairwell that will be like running around in circles upwards.
I heard screams up ahead. You first.
Oh. Okay.
Like the cockroaches have competition.
Thanks, guy.
I'm gonna stay here and keep a lookout for anyone else who needs help.
Oh. In the original, I think they would all follow you, and then you can amass like a little army, and it was kind of fun. But I guess not anymore. Maybe it made it too easy. Maybe it made it difficult to balance. I mean, the other thing is that the other reason he can't follow you is that you're jumping over here, so he can't follow you when you jump over the counter.
Yeah, we might live longer if we work together.
Oh wait, oops. Oh, he was following me
hard
the whole
feelings,
time? Oops. My bad. Look at me, misunderstanding the video game.
Happy trails, you poor bastard.
Oh my god. You know, I'm almost getting the urge to murder him too, right? But it's okay, I won't murder him.
Quiet. I hear something.
So this is an encounter in the original too, where you hear a scientist and you can only see him through this like security booth kind of thing. So that's kind of a hint for you to circle around and find your way over there. I do think it's a little bit ruined though, because you're supposed to be able to see, I think, a lot of supplies. Like there should be a bunch of supplies on the ground right here to further entice you to try to get around. But I think there's supplies maybe in that cabinet over there, but there's not a good line of sight, so it's just, it doesn't quite work as well. I don't know. Or wait, oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, a scientist runs up here and turns the light switch off. Okay. But still, that draws your attention to this room, right? And now you should try to get into this room.
Sorry, Freeman.
Okay, so here's probably Half-Life combat at its best. This is a very memorable event for a lot of first-time players.
Oh shit, not good.
Oh. Oh, too late. Oh well, I tried. Where we're gonna walk forward. Oh, but then you already see them? Oh. Yeah, not sure if I'm a fan of how that encounter played out. Okay, so what happens in the original encounter, there's you basically like walk here, and then you see a bunch of Vortigaunts spawn, and you hear them, but then they're all behind walls. All of their line of sight is blocked, so all you hear is this creepy like moaning and chanting. And at this point in the game, you're still not very familiar with these monsters. Like, you're still not quite sure how to fight them. So the electric boys are still meant to be kind of scary. This is almost meant to be like a...
My bad, Doc.
Damn right you're bad. What was I saying? Okay, this is meant to be like a mini boss fight encounter a little bit. So it's just, yeah, really strange to like...
Are we gonna go anytime soon?
I don't know, I feel like that could have played out a little bit better. I would have designed this encounter differently. The balancing on them is still also off too. You have a huge incentive on them not to necessarily run up to them and melee them, because they have a pretty fast, strong melee attack. So usually you're supposed to, like, in terms of enemy design with these NPCs, you're supposed to, like, engage them at a medium distance. Yeah, I don't know. I think I would handle it differently.
Find some cover, quick! Hey, look up there!
You know what? Let's see, what should I do now? I think I have to go through there? Or I go through here?
Stay back! Take her! It's not my time!
Don't worry, he's human. If you're trying to escape, I'm coming with you.
I'm not so sure we should go to the surface. What if the world finds out what we're doing down here?
Suit yourself, Clifford. All right, which way out of here?
That's
Tell
kind
me
of cool.
sorry.
You know that there's like a mini scene? I think they expanded that a little bit. Is she following us or not? Where'd she go?
The military cleanup is just a paranoid rumor, isn't it?
Where did she go? Wait, what? Did she just vanish? What happened? Wait, did I kill her? Wait, she just exploded? Why did she explode? Wait, that's like her... Oh my god, why did she explode? Did the chair fell over and then it gibbed her? Is that what happened? Oh my god. Okay, look, I didn't even kill this one on purpose. You can't blame me for this one. Wanna follow me?
I'm going to wait for a more commodious rescue squad.
You know, maybe he was smart for not following me. Maybe it is good that he stays put. It's probably safer that way. Can I jump through into here? No? No, it's the iron blinds of death again. Oh well. It's a little weird that the mic... Oh, my mic is quieter? Sorry. I'll try to, like, put it closer to my mouth or something. Yeah, I guess they do the area of effect melee, but it's weird that if you're still in line of sight of them, you can dodge them. I think I'm not a fan of that. I think in the original, it's more like Quake 1 Shambler rules, where if they have any line of sight to you, it's an instantaneous hit. So it's a little bit... Yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite feeling the changes to the enemy design, but it's okay. Aren't some barnacles supposed to burst out of the ceiling right here? Maybe not. I feel like this was supposed to be like a fun, big encounter where I have to like run from office to office and then dodge all the Vortigaunts, but I don't know. I'm not playing on easy. I think I'm playing on normal. Yeah, I'm playing on Black Mesa, whatever that means. I don't know what Black Mesa means. Oh, there's a ladder here. Good call. Good get. Wait, do you have to like... Oh, now I can climb up. Oh yeah, it's like a little bonus area. That's cool. What's over here? Oh, let's climb up here. Oh, uh-oh. Is that bad? I think that's bad. Am I gonna die now? Oh. Dangerous. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, and then that turned off the turret. So I have to manually kill all these head traps. Wait, what was down here? I'm confused about the flow of this now. Oh, there's 2 ways to the next map. Oh. Interesting. Okay, that was the elevator shaft I was just in. Oh, so I could have just kept going. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Ooh, anything in here? Oh, hey, guy.
I just overheard a secure access transmission. Soldiers have arrived. They're coming to rescue us. Of course, I have my doubts that we'll live long enough to greet them. You do have more ammunition, correct?
Why do they keep... Oops. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I do have more ammunition. I guess a chair fell on him. Let's just say a chair fell on him. That's what happened, right? A chair fell on him and hit him in the face. Ooh, I like that the floor plan, you might recall down there, we also saw the elevator shaft to our left and it looked a little bit like this. I like that the floor plan is mirrored across the different floors. It really helps emphasize that institutional, you know, office feeling. It's weird that you would like this. It's like you want the player to go here, but then there's nothing here. I mean, maybe it's like a... Yeah, it's kind of a cool shadowy thing, but then it's so, it's kind of, anticlimactic when we get here and there's nothing here. Also, these posters are a little bit strange. These posters feel very British to me. They don't feel like American posters. I don't know. But we all know, yes, these chairs are pretty dangerous, right? Maybe we should just bring the chair with us. You know, maybe the chairs have earned it. Ooh. Ooh, this is floppy? Ooh, I like that. I could just play with this for hours. Anyway, what was I doing? Oh, right, okay. Ooh, uh-oh. Is there anything down here? Can't open those doors. Oh, I should have used that explosive crate. Oh well. You know, fun story about explosive things in games. It's really... Apparently it's really hard to signal to a player where explosive crates are. The people who made Bulletstorm, I think, what are they called? People Who Can Fly or something like that? Bulletstorm devs, they actually did a blog post about how they iterated through all these different designs for the explosive crates in Bulletstorm. And they tried green ones, they tried red ones, they tried red-green ones, whatever, because they didn't want to just do the boring red explosive barrel. But consistently they found that, like, players just would not be able to see them, would not use them, unless they were just these bright red barrel things. So, I mean, from here, does that look like an explosive crate? I mean, I would say no. It's really hard to... it's too brown, right? From a distance, it's relying on you to see that there's this red-black caution striping and to see this dark red icon on here. But if you're at like a moderate distance, all that detail just fades away, right? It's really hard to see that crate, I think. But anyway. Oh, I wish this door was floppy. I wish this was a ragdoll door, but oh well. But really nice detail. I like this car prop. Whoever made it, good job. When the detail on this, like there's like some slight like transparency on this. This is nice. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, right, this is the wrong way. Let's go this way. Like go in this vent. Oh, this is pushing us back. To our deaths? No, it seems not. It seems like this is just a random vent. Oh wait, oh we can jump up here. Oh, but we can't jump up there. We need to bring something with us to jump on. Oh well, too bad.
Hey, what are you still doing down here?
Oh my god,
Get
I was gonna
topside.
kill him. I thought he was
Your
a
troops are coming in to save
monster.
us.
Oh, I'm told I have to do a running jump? Oh, oops, I totally missed that. So much of this chapter has been about climbing with crates, so it's just like, you know, how was I supposed to know? These vents are really long, though. I don't know if I have the patience for this. Oh, and then we end up where we just were. Ooh. And then there's like a little jumping puzzle. Am I gonna fail the jumping puzzle?
Power 20%.
Kind of. Oh well.
Power 35%.
All right, let's go.
Hey dude, it's just you and me. Let's fight these
That's
zombies.
chow time. One down.
So just imagine you're playing this in 1998 and you can actually talk to the monsters and the monsters will help you fight other monsters, right? In 1998, that's a pretty revolutionary thing happening in a video game. I mean, the bar was pretty low. The bar is still quite low, to be honest. I feel like
Oh, that was awkward.
they're almost too good at aiming. Like, I had barely just seen that head crab,
You better
and
reload, sir.
he already like acquired the target and everything. Does anyone hear a zombie?
Sorry, man.
Oh my god, get out of my way. I think the zombie sound is coming from up there. Okay, so we have a nice cafeteria. I like how the cafeteria looks a lot more like a cafeteria now. You know, in the original, this is basically just a small room with a bunch of random tables and stuff in it. But now, look at this. Nope, can't go through
Let me
there.
get out of your way.
Okay, so I guess we have to go through here.
I'll stick around out here while you go check things out. Don't get too lost, huh?
Oh. Oh, these were the zombies I was hearing. Let's see. Oh, now it's a little freezer section. Look at that. Oh, when you open the freezer, everything gets foggy? That's a little bit weird. Oh, I mean, I guess that's a side effect of how fog works in the Half-Life 2 engine, where you have to use a single thing called the fog controller, and it's a global setting. It isn't per area fog, so I guess you had no choice. If you wanted fog in the freezer, you have to apply fog to the entire level, even if it's kind of weird. What? What's wrong? Oh. Oh, oops.
Pollen 40%.
So the freezer section seems pretty intact from the original. Oh, now we're locked in. Oh my god. The freezer section is basically like a little jumping puzzle you have to do. But looks like this encounter plays out pretty differently. It's been made much more linear. In the original, I think you can open this door and then you can kind of explore the whole freezer area before you realize it's a jumping puzzle. But it seems like now they want to force you to realize there's this jumping puzzle component. Nah, I don't need help. Interesting. I don't know if I agree with it. I think I liked the faux, non-linear feeling of it a little bit more. I don't know if I would have gated it off like this. Let's see. And maybe the progression is a little bit different? Okay, yeah, let's see what happens. Full squid in the freezer. Oh, we have to find the valve now. So this is a recreation of a Half-Life 2 Episode 1 puzzle where you have to find valves and attach them to sockets. So now we have to find ourselves a little valve wheel. Oh, here it is. Can we open these yet? No? So I guess that's to prevent you from doing the puzzle immediately. Is that good enough? No, not quite. Oh, oops. There we go. Is that... No, that's still uneven. This is a little frustrating. It's just weird that you have to stand here and then have to line it up with this thing that's far off in the distance. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, it's weird that you would set it up like this. I think I would have put the valve wheel probably somewhere in the middle. Like, maybe like right here, maybe? I don't know. And it would have been cool if we're doing this and then the giant slab of meat like slaps us. Oh, look at this meat. Oh my god. Oh, look at this meat. I love it. Nice art pass, boys. This meat pendulum. I mean, it's kind of funny that you can overshoot it, but the consequence of that is that it doesn't really feel super satisfying when you do solve it, for whatever reason. Okay, so now we have to somehow make it back into the vent. How do we do that? Is there like a box I can pick up? Oh, now I have to jump up here, it looks like. Oh no, this broke. Wait, so if that broke, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Is that to like trap you? So it's like a one-way jump thing? Okay, so I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant on how I think you should be using head crabs in vents. I feel like this was a bad place to put a head crab in a vent because I just dropped down and then the head crab hit me for like 5 damage and then I just killed it and it didn't really matter. I think head crabs are best when you can hear them from like a while away and then you're kind of dreading them a little bit. I think if you just have a head crab come out of a little monster closet or head crab closet instantly with no foreshadowing or no pacing, you know, it's just kind of, I don't know, a little limp. Mini little vent and barnacle puzzle. Staple of the Half-Life series. I remember this being more difficult in the original, though. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong barnacle ventilation. I'm told the broken shelf that we were on in the freezer is a relic from Half-Life 1. Oh, interesting.
Freeman! Good heavens! You gave me quite a scare.
Don't count on the cavalry finding us down here, Doc. We gotta head for the surface.
But with all the elevators out of order...
We can still climb.
Oh, are they following me now? It's weird how they automatically follow you. I think when they're automatically following you, like I don't know. I think they should be that should trigger their following dialogue. I don't know. It seems strange to not do it. Oh.
Sensational!
Let's see how you like this. Good shot, Doc.
Oh, that's creepy.
You feeling lucky? Bring it on.
Oh, they're gonna get themselves killed. Why are you walking in the line of fire? You know what? Oh, oops. You know what? Ooh, and then we get this cool look back on the cafeteria. Was this in the original? I like this. This is nice. It's kind of cool when you can, we can come back here and look around. And then, like, see where you were. Oh, this texture is scaled up way too much. You need to scale it down. Oof. Where was I? Oh, right. Tin Kelp says there are 6 people you can bring to this room. Each one will walk to this spot in the room and rest. Oh, like sit here or sit there and stuff? Oh, cool. And I saved 0 of those people. Oh well, you know, that's just how life is sometimes. Sometimes you save 0 people. We saw a G-Man earlier. That's a pretty interesting thing. You can no-clip to see... Oh, man. Oh, wow. G-Man disappeared. Very spooky. Okay, so let's zoom out and, can I turn fog off? I don't know how to turn off fog. Oh well. So you'll just have to deal with this. So let's just look over the whole level layout. Like, it's a pretty big level in the end. And I like how it, like, bends in on itself and connects with itself all together. All in all, not bad, I think. And I think, I mean, my only major gripe, I think, with this chapter is just the way they handle... What's that sound? Oh. Anyway, what I was saying, yeah, I think my only major gripe here is just that, yeah, I think this brick and plaster doesn't quite work. I think there's a better way to meld this, or maybe swap them. I feel like this should be brick and this should be plaster. I think that would feel a little bit better to me. Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would you have, like, these little metal vent covers on brick? And then also the normal map is showing through. It doesn't even make sense. But if it was plaster, it would make more sense because it's easier to cut a hole for a ventilation duct through some drywall or something. Anyway, just my 2 cents. What else is going on here? I think anything else? Anything in here? Oh, shotgun. So if we didn't get the shotgun earlier, this is where we get the shotgun, I guess. And, ooh, I made this texture. Isn't this a nice calendar? I think it's a pretty nice calendar. I think I did try to... Wherever Half-Life is set, whatever time Half-Life is set in, I did, I think, look up the year and try to make sure it was a faithful calendar. It's a little bit too stylish for this office setting, though, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I would have made it a little bit more cheesy. Okay, let's continue up. Oh, my hour's almost finished up, so I'm just gonna try to finish up this chapter. I think we're almost at the end. Okay, so this requires you to do a sort of running jump onto that ladder. In the original, this jump is kind of annoying. Like, if you're not really on with the timing, you will fall to your death a lot sometimes, I believe. Or at least I remember when I was playing this with the software renderer in, like, the year 1999. I remember just getting really frustrated at this part with this jump. But let's see if I can make it. Oh. I did not make it. Is there coyote time? Yeah, I don't know. I think the key is that you have to keep climbing upwards, because the ladder actually starts, like, right here. Or if you hold spacebar... Oh, yeah, that's how you die too. So you have to just tap space, because if you hold space from that jump, then you end up dismounting and falling to your death. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I believe that explanation. Isn't there supposed to be a scientist hanging from a ladder? Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. How are you?
I can't hold on much longer. Help!
I should just put him out of his misery, right? You know, better to die that way than a painful, you know, than like bleeding out at the bottom of the shaft. That's what I think. Okay, now to do a running jump here. Look at that. Oop. Oh, I pressed E to pull this switch, but then that almost dismounted me off the ladder. Very sneaky. Good thing these sturdy-looking planks are here. These very sturdy-looking planks. I'm just kidding, they don't look sturdy at all. They look really awkward and strange. Do I come up here? Oh, and then the elevator falls down. Oh. That's a little bit weird. Wait, am I supposed to climb down here? Why would I climb down here? What's the point of this? Is the point in case you accidentally miss your jump? So that's why they need this ladder here? Or if you accidentally... Oh, right, because it broke through the wood and the ladder. So now they need to give us a second ladder. Yeah, this doesn't feel very elegant to me. This feels like very last second, like, oh shit, we didn't think this through. Let's add a side room with a ladder now. Not very elegant. But, you know, it's okay. Level design, sometimes it is like that. And now we're at the next chapter. We've got hostiles, and I'm afraid this is the time where I have to stop. Maybe next week, catch me next week, where we will play through We've Got Hostiles, which for a lot of players is where they really like the original Half-Life, because this is where you get to fight human soldiers, which are thought of as one of the best enemy designs kind of in the history of games. And some would say that Half-Life 2 still gets this basic enemy design incorrect. And some would even say Black Mesa Source also gets the enemy design here incorrect. So tune in next week where we'll be doing a lot of gunplay. Okay. Have a good rest of your week. Everyone stay safe and stay healthy. Watch out for those chairs, and bye.